many people who don't know what the differences and similarities between the IHC and the CELTA course are. Can you explain it to us?
Well, I mean, it's, the most important thing to understand about the International House Certificate and CELTA is that they are in many respects the same. So the content of both courses is pretty much identical, and the standards are the same. The differences are that obviously the Cambridge course has wider name recognition. The name recognition of the IHC is rather narrower. Also, the Cambridge course, at the end of every Cambridge course, an assessor comes, sent by Cambridge to check, whereas the IHC is more sort of internally moderated. So there's less administration concerned with running an IHC, which means that the courses tend to be less expensive. But generally speaking, the content and the standards are the same.
For example, if I were an unqualified teacher looking for training opportunities, what would you say are the benefits of participating in an IHC or CELTA course?
Well, it's an opportunity to basically spend 4 weeks just thinking about teaching. It's a very intensive course. There isn't really time to do anything else, so you have to dedicate all your attention to teaching for 4 weeks. And that's something that, you know, when we're in a job, when we're teaching, when we've got a full timetable, we're not necessarily able to do. So I think that's the most important thing. It's an opportunity to think, to reflect, and to try and develop, and just devote all our attention to trying to be a better teacher. So an IHC or a CELTA course will include a lot of input, seminars, workshops about lesson design, about methodology, about practical techniques, about teaching in different contexts, about issues like language acquisition, and so on. It will include, most importantly, it will include practical teaching practice. So on an IHC or a CELTA, you have to teach. And you teach real students. You don't teach your colleagues, you don't teach people who are pretending to learn English, you teach genuine learners of English. And you're observed doing that, and you receive feedback. So it's a very practical course. So I would say those are the main things. I suppose the other point is, actually a really important point, is you're with a group of people with the same objectives. So you're with 6 or 10 or 12 people who are all interested in developing as teachers. And that's a really important element of the course, I think. A successful IHC or a successful CELTA is one where the candidates support each other. So they're supported from above by me or whoever the trainer happens to be. They're supported by the students, but there's also a lot of horizontal support with the trainees, kind of helping one another. Yeah.